Hey folks, we're back, and today's project is one that I'm really not looking forward to, but I have to do. This is one of the fiber optic cables, and this is the pickup end. I believe this is for the side marker light, but it doesn't really make any difference right now. My goal is to repair it, and you can see that these are torn. You see the fiber optic cables are like a bunch of little cables, little fibers, and so this is not carrying data other than it's just carrying light. So I'm going to try to do a crude repair. Of course I can, undo all this electrical tape and put a new piece in, but honestly I just want to get it working if I can. I don't care if it's not going to be like new, of course, but here's what I'm going to try. First I'm going to strip away the plastic coating, and I'm going to do it so it fits. Oh, there we go. So this fits in there, and I'll take this end and I will crimp it on, and then I will sand the tip, so I'll have a little bit of the fiber optic sticking out the end here, and then I'll sand it down ending with 3000 grit sandpaper and try to get that really smooth and straight. And I'll do that on both ends. Got two of these. I'll figure out which one fits. I think this one will probably fit. And then I will join them and probably just do some shrink tubing around there. Maybe do another crimp piece on the outside. I'm not sure exactly how I want to join those, but maybe some heat shrink there and then a heat shrink over the whole thing I think might take care of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use my wire strippers actually on this and see if they work. Okay, here's the new plan. The wire strippers that I have are just like this, and I was trying to use the 14 gauge, and the problem I had was it was stripping away some of the fiber optics, yeah, the actual strands. So what I'm going to do is I just cut this with some scissors. I just chopped it right off, and I'm going to put this on, right? I'm going to just crimp that a little, and I'm going to leave a tiny bit like that, and then I'm going to sand it down. Then I'm going to do that on the other side, and then I'm going to join it with this, and I drilled out the middle. These usually have a little crimped piece in the center, but I got rid of that. I just drilled it out with a drill, and these fit pretty well inside here, and I'm just going to do that like that on both sides. Heat shrink that sucker together. That's my plan. Be back in a minute. Okay, so I just attached this and I sanded it, and that's down to 3000. And I left it kind of like the other end. This is the OEM. It's pretty rough. So I just hit that with a little 3000 as well. I might clean that up a little bit. Here's a flashlight. I'll put that end up there, and if I can get it with one hand, there we go. So, I mean, it works. It's, it's not ideal, but there's something coming through there. So, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm just going to do the other side. This took like a few minutes, and I'm going to call that ready to go. And then I'm just going to join them with that little, the little shrink wire joining connector, the butt connector, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, check it out, you guys. So I did this one. That's what it looks like. If it'll focus. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Well, that's as good as it's going to get. So I have a light here. I'm just going to lean this up somehow. It's not ideal, but I figured I could do a little A/B test. So check that out. So that's just not even centered, but if we go in here, ba-boom. So there it is. I'm assuming that's the left side marker light, but let's see. So that's a before, and now I'm gonna join them so you can kind of see how bright that is. All right, now I'm gonna join them and we'll do the same test and we'll see if it makes any difference. Okay, well, I decided just to tape them real quick, so it's not the best connection. And then this is just kind of sitting there on the light. So we're gonna go take a look, see where we're at. Oh, well, it's not nearly as bright, I gotta say. I mean, there is some light coming in there, as you can see, compared to the other ones, but we lost a lot. So I'll have to take a look at that connection. Maybe I'll have to kind of fiddle around with it and see if I can get these two sides a little bit tighter. Like I said, I didn't want to, heat shrink them because then there's no going back. So I'm going to see, it might also be this end needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, that's not looking great. Yeah, I think I can clean that up. These are kind of dirty after being 50 years old and all. But anyway, I mean, it's progress. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas, I know that replacing the whole thing is the best. I don't think I have enough on here to reach over to the side, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. So unfortunately, that's what we're looking at right now. Anyway, the good news is I went ahead and I painted up the front, so this area is all nice and clean now. Not that it really matters, but I like to use that Eastwood Underhood Black, and then I just have some in a can, and I just go over it all. Go over the stuff with the brush. So I did that. Got the upper arms in, adjusted that a little bit. I took one of the spacers out over here to help center that A-arm, and that worked pretty well. So now that we're having some nice weather this week, I will continue. Thanks for watching. I'll check in with you guys later.